I thank you all for tuning in, and I ask that as you watch this video that there is no distractions around you, and I also have included a special message in the description box below. Thank you. I was driving a car and listening to some hip-hop music, and I was going to this party. It was dark outside, and as I got out the car, it was like a huge crowd of people. They was on top of cars, and it seemed like a gathering of the youth, teenagers in their 20s. And I seen this sports car. It was like a nice fancy car, very expensive, I must say. And it was 4 guys inside this car, and they must have been like celebrities, rappers. And as I got close to the car, I seen these guys, and they was looking at me, just listening to their music, and it was real loud. 4 dark-skinned guys. These guys had jewelry, gold, diamonds, like all over their body. Their earrings, their teeth, necklace, all of that stuff. Like, they were just like the latest hip-hop fashion. And suddenly the scene changed. This place was very dark. It was like a storage room, a stock room per se, but it was huge. I didn't see no clouds, I didn't see no stars. It was just like a place of darkness. And I seen these shelves. I was standing by this shelf, like a metal shelf, and there was this a dark figure. I knew that this was actually Satan. I didn't see a face, or just it was like a body of darkness, basically, like beyond darkness. Like, it was just a dark mass. And he was in a rush putting these cans, like this huge cans, maybe like a jar, but it was like cans, like canned goods, and just putting them on the shelves. So just putting them on the shelf as quickly as he can. Next to me, on the left side of me, was Jesus, and he was with me the entire time, and he was just like observing everything. The only light I could say, like, from Jesus was like he was just the only person that was glowing. Like, he was the only person that was full of light. Like, his robe was light, his face, it was just light. And I knew that he was there, just like, just standing right next to me. And as Satan was just putting these cans on his shelves, he was just ordering, like, I want 25 here, and I want 25 here, and stuff like that. And as I looked around me, that wasn't the only storage place, or that wasn't the only shelf that was there. I looked around me, like on the side of me, there was like shelves as far as my eyes could see. And I seen something in these cans. It was just like, just moving around and stuff. I'm just looking at it, and then I was just observing what he was doing. And then he wound up having this small bottle, and with this small bottle, he was just pouring out, and I seen ashes come out of it. And then he probably put that on the shelf. But right then, I just knew what his plans was. This area was for the youth. The people that was in these cans were actually young people, and there was no way for them to escape out of this place. He was getting ready to bring more young people down there with him. He was getting ready to bring more young adults. And he was in a rush to do it. That entire time when I was there, I was just crying. Like, I was just so sad. Like, I had tears in my eyes, and just looking at what he was doing. and what he was preparing for the youth. And I woke up just kind of feeling the same way, and I just happened to just write this stuff down, everything down on my notes. And I knew that I needed to share this. If you have teenagers or someone that's in their 20s, just tell them about Jesus. Tell them about Jesus. That is the only hope that you have for them not to go there. That's the only hope that we have for us not to go there. It's not about how much good we did on the earth. It's not about how much we have succeeded. It has nothing to do with that. It's all about Jesus. I still got that image in my head of seeing those people in those cans. And I knew that it was so many of them, man. It was so many. It was so many shells. It was so many shells. Upon waking up, I knew that Satan was ready to bring about another group of young adults to that very place. Throughout hell, it's filled with certain torments. And in the Bible, it mentions fire, for that is certainly true. Also, fire is represented as the judgments of God. These places are judgments towards a sinner. And I believe that God was showing me that Satan has been preparing to take countless young people as quickly as he can, because he knows his time is short. The youth are the next generation to carry out the message of God's love, but distractions and counterfeits has filled the minds of these individuals, in the hope that Satan will make God a folklore while he's being praised and worshiped instead. One thing I know for a fact is that parents has a responsibility, not just to care for their essential needs, but tell them who Jesus is. They need to know him and his purpose for mankind, and to acknowledge the penalty of rejecting him. The youth is the future, and what we do now, they will be affected by it. Jesus once said, "Whoever is not with me is against me, and whoever is not working with me is actually working against me." We all have a role to play. Let's do our best to pray and to reach out to the youth by praying and telling them who Jesus is.